Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another video for you. I've been trying to make Henselt work. I feel like Henselt got hit really hard with the nerfs in the swap patch, and I don't believe that a leader with this kind of tempo opportunity should really be considered to be kind of out of the running as far as competitive Northern Realms is concerned. So I came up with this list here. The idea of this is basically get as many machines on the board as possible and just basically storm the board. Give Henselt many options, so even control can miss or whiff. So give Henselt a ton of options for tempo and have a lot of ways to pollute the board with units. One of the reasons is I actually think that Winch may not actually be bad. I'll explain the strategy of the deck and why this works. You run just one Winch, John Natalis, and Triss Telekinesis, Dijkstra, and Blue Dream. This isn't really supposed to be kind of a meme card here. I think that this absolutely works with Dijkstra and what you're able to do with the machines. So the idea for this deck is you probably want to pass on round one blue coin. You don't want to go first because you can definitely keep up in a long round and blow your opponent out in a short round as well. So the idea is that if you want to as long round as possible. So if they pass on you back, or they have some sort of way of just turning it around and going into a long round 3, you should be able to dominate in that situation because this deck is bonkers in a long round. But the idea is that you don't really play from behind. You try not to. You pass on blue coin. If you have red coin, you go in. You want to use Stennis. You want to use Henselt almost immediately. Think of it like Brewer. Think of it like how Brewer is being used with Cleaver and Barkley as a high-tempo leader play to assert your position as you build your board and become incredibly hard to beat in a long round in the Elf Swarm, right? Vanguard swap, board buff. You know, that deck is really strong. We've seen it in tournaments. We've seen it on the ladder. This deck is going to be strong for the same reasons. It's just going to be kind of a different layout of things. The Bronze Core, I got 3 Siege Towers, 3 Reinforced Ballistas, 3 Standard Ballistas, 3 Siegemasters, 3 Battering Rams, 3 Reconnaissance, and a single Winch. So I don't need to explain all of these different machines so much as you have options. If you're playing against Alchemy, you can play your Siege Towers out with Henselt because they usually are out of range of the Viper Witchers, although Viper Witchers are hitting like 13 these days, maybe even more. I think people are just putting in Swallows now instead of Slave Drivers, and they're super hard hitting. However, if you are able to get a Siege Tower out with Stennis, let's say, it's going to survive. Reinforced Ballistas have a number of matchups where they excel. Ballistas definitely have matchups where they excel, perhaps against Nilfgaard Soldiers or Elf Swarm or Northern Realms. Or the other thing about the Reinforced Ballista is that you can sculpt your board for later Ballistas. So these two units actually work very well together. And the Battering Ram is just where you can find value on killing 2 things. Go for it. Its top end is pretty good at 14 plus removal. But the Siegemaster is really one of my favorite parts about the deck. The Siegemaster allows you to play it kind of like a Dwarven Agitator in that you get some of your machines out, but you don't really want to play them all. You'd be more interested in playing your Siegemaster to reactivate the machine. So even decoying the Siegemaster isn't that bad an idea. You can get a lot of value out of playing the Siegemaster into the machines and actually leaving a lot of the machines in the deck. Perhaps if you wanted to play Henselt a bit later, perhaps if you still haven't played Stennis yet, perhaps if you haven't played Dijkstra yet, you want to make sure that you get the Siegemaster value first. However, it's great to have them anytime because they are also crewmen, and you definitely need them in case Ronvid gets locked. There's not a lot of... the last thing I want to say is that there's not a lot of proactive play. You would generally want to have something to react to or have a crewman on board. So again, the removal of Siegemaster and the removal of Ronvid does hurt the deck very much, but the Siege Tower is probably the best thing to play by itself. And the Siege Tower likely is going to be used more often than not simply to protect your row from a Scorch because you do line up your row a lot. So you play a Siege Tower at 10, 12, 14, or whatever. It's going to protect your row from an Igni. It's going to protect your board from a Scorch. So the Siege Tower has a lot of great uses, even if you just play it at 10 early on. And Ronvid as well is probably your most proactive play if you can get reinforcements or Ronvid or John Natalis reinforcements. So you do have a lot of ways to get Ronvid. You do probably just want to lead off with a Siege Tower. But even then, you want to make sure that you have a crewman on board, which is another reason why you're okay playing Stennis early, for sure. So again, all these different machines have different applications. You probably will mulligan differently. based on the matchup, based on what you want Henselt to pull in the first round, because you know you're going to have to destroy a lot of engines, or you're going to have to wipe a whole board, something like that, or you're just going to need a crazy amount of tempo, so you need the double siege tower. So those are the things that you consider when you're playing Henselt. For Mulligan, you usually want to keep, if you have 2 of anything, Mulligan 1 of them. Mulligan all your bronzes away, so you're more likely to draw silvers and golds later. It's hard to blacklist them all, but generally you keep Siegemaster, you Mulligan away, Battering Ram if you have 2, or Ballista, or Reinforced Ballista, or Siege Tower if you have 2 of them. Keep all your Reconnaissance, because that's thinning. Keep Stennis, obviously. Keep Decoy. Marching Orders, you maybe want to Mulligan Stennis. You don't necessarily have to, but you can do that. Taller, sometimes you won't see it in your opening hand, but because you thin so well, you're going to draw it probably either from Dijkstra or just from Taller himself. But that's why making a long round work is so much in your favor, because if you have a long round and you push this far, you will be able to maybe play 2 Dijkstras, which means you're going to probably play your entire deck. And when you play your entire deck in a long round, this 13 points, you can make it up. So those are the bronzes, but let's get back to how Stennis really works for this deck, and how Stennis can actually help you protect your units when you use Henselt. So you get machines out with Stennis for the protection of the armor, and then you can play Henselt very easily. You play Henselt and you get that huge tempo play, and then you can just start setting everything up. If you have John Natalis or you have Decoy, you play Decoy on Stennis, you get more machines out. Reinforcements, get Ronvid out. Marching Orders, get Stennis out if Stennis isn't already out for whatever reason. Otherwise, you start getting your more machines out. Battering Ram, Siegemaster, or Ballista are all going to be working on Marching Orders. You will have a board that will make use of anything you can play. One of the reasons why I don't run Reaver Scouts in this deck is because I actually need mostly machines and a thin deck, even though I'm running above 25 cards. But the idea is that you can play Dijkstra twice, and Stennis twice, and Marching Orders, and Decoy for, that's your second Stennis right there. And also play 3 Reconnaissance and potentially Reconnaissance with Triss, and still have enough units to push in a long round 3. You shouldn't ever mill yourself, and you should have more than enough units. I have decked myself a number of times, but never to the point where I've wasted cards. You have so many tactics in Decoy, Reinforcement, Marching Orders, Winch, and 3 Reconnaissance. Natalis is almost guaranteed to never be bricked, which is one of the things I hate about Natalis. Even when I'm running 4 or 5 tactics, sometimes I have these weird games where he's at the bottom of the deck and he screws me. Then the extra idea here is that when you play Dijkstra, you are likely going to either have a Reinforced Ballista on the board and you're going to pull a Siegemaster, or you're going to have a crewman on the board and you're going to pull a Reinforced Ballista, or you're going to have a crew on the board and pull a Battering Ram, or those are the options basically to kill Dijkstra. And you can kill Dijkstra at any time in his sequence. It's not like before. His sequence doesn't stop when he dies like in the first card. So it's very likely that you will have a board that can kill Dijkstra right away, so you can play Hen Marvin's Blue Dream later to play Dijkstra again, sometimes even playing Dijkstra in the same round. Dijkstra twice in round 3 is very realistic, because this deck is thinner than it looks at 29 cards. So you'll be able to storm the board with machines. Tali's going to help you stay ahead. Ronvid's going to make sure you have a constant crew and presence. It sucks when he gets locked or corralled. It really does. Stennis, make sure you get a whole bunch of units out. Decoy lets you replay Stennis, lets you replay Siegemaster, both very good. But usually that's all you're ever going to replay, unless you need to replay a machine to heal it and re-trigger its enter the battlefield. But generally you're playing Decoy with Stennis, but you usually have Stennis and Decoy available from Natalis or in hand. Reinforcements gets you either Stennis or Ronvid. Marching Orders always gets you Stennis. So it's a very Stennis reliable deck, but not as abusive as I normally do. So the idea for the Winch is that you build these long rounds, and you will play Triss and then John Natalis perhaps for double Winch, or Triss and then Winch from hand. And you can get really kind of explosive turns when you have 5 or 6 machines on the board. That becomes 15 to 18 points plus the power of Triss. So you can see how when you are running down your deck, you save Triss for Winch specifically, or you just hope to draw Winch, perhaps from one of your 2 Dijkstras, or Natalis late in the game. Usually you'll mulligan away the single Winch. You don't really want to see it, but you're happy to see it at the end of a long machine round, as you can see. So I've got 2 gameplays to share with you from Friday Fight Night. I'm not running this exact list. In fact, I'm not running a 29 card list. This is actually a new development. I felt like the deck was too thin, and I also used to run Reaver Scouts, but the idea, the spirit of the deck is the same in that Winch is in the deck, and you're going to see the power of making it just rain machines on my opponent. These games were fantastic and very eye-opening. I think Henselt might be better than people think. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Keep climbing, keep grinding, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. 0-3 against me, McBeard. It's Timbo. And you keep coming back. You're like Ronvid.
Mahakam wasn't built in a day.
More Brooves.
You want peace? Fight for it.
Level 99. I'm actually like jealous of that. I play this game a lot. It takes a long, long time to get level 100. Man, it takes so long. I wonder how well Ballistas will play here. Don't know what this could be.
Hi-ho,
Dwarves, everybody.
For this most beautiful of maidens,
I shall fight 100 duels. 4,000 IQ thinking head tap meme. What's happening here? McBeard with steps ahead and thinking of Uma into Nova. Yeah, right. Brewer Barkley Cleaver combo was memeing about. Yeah, it's quite a meme, right? Such a potent meme. I forgot that was in the deck. It was okay. So Kiwi though, or just so you guys know. That was supposed to be a Milva deck, but I didn't have any reliable way of drawing Milva, so didn't end up all that great. Seems okay. Don't see any reason why I wouldn't respect this. All right, so if I play the battering ram, then I'm committing to not having battering ram. I have Siegemaster. I have everything's Henselt, right? Everything's Henselt. So I might as well. I'm playing Nenica. I'm not. What do I like? What do I like? I think I'm just gonna play the Siege Tower. Hey. La Vegetariana got a new phone, and she brought me cookies. She's the best. Whoa. It's been all I've eaten today is cookies. That's all I've eaten. Nah, I just had cookies. All day. Cookies all day. That's all I've had. She just went to inspect to see if I was looking like a guy who has eaten cookies all day. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I don't, for the record. Okay, so Henselt can be here. Henselt can be... Oh, Henselt can't be here. Henselt can be here. And if I draw... Henselt can only be here. Is that right? It's kind of bad. Kind of bad. But do I want to push or not? Is it, my long round is strong because I'm playing Winch, right? I want the longest round possible. Is that right? Beer, Warframe, and Beard Fight Night on second screen. What could be better? Beer, Warframe. Oh, you're playing Warframe. I've never played Warframe. So I don't know what phone she got, but on the box it said A8. Is that a good phone, guys? She got an Android phone. Me, I'm an iPhone guy. The meme was the most pungent.
The storm is coming.
The stuck in the deck combo.
While we still can.
Yeah. I might give it another try. I might actually just put more. The idea is that you Milva the Yavin on the opponent's side, and you get Cleaver on your side, and then you can use Hattori to play Barkley and Cleaver again. Is what I wanted to do, just to make the meme actually go from this isn't a meme, this is actually competitive and annoying, into actually hyper meme status. That's where I wanted to do it. I wanted to launch it into the meme stratosphere. Dude, we can actually Henselt Siege Tower out now. But it is all we can do.
What?
I think we're going to do this fast as well.
Blood alone can my maid's honor unbesmirch.
You annoy me.
Okay. And I have the ballista. I have ballistas in the deck.
You're one piece. Fight for it.
Okay. No Scorcherino. So whatever Stennis pulls out, it's going to be my Reaver Scout target. Actually, Siegemaster is Reaver Scout right now. Or Siegemaster is on marching orders, I should say. He did have a Scorch. Okay, that's fine.
You stand before royal majesty.
This is going to be pretty good, right? Great for Reaver Scout as well. Backbreaking, potentially. Forgot to update the up next. Thanks, guys.
Coexistence.
I need a production dude. It's going to be generic commenter. XYCME is next. Drop that Yavin on me, huh? In this day and age. Sucks I can't get the double. I can't get the crewman now, but
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
actually the decoy is an interesting thing here with
Enough of this farce. Vedrai Enlay!
decoy with Stennis is interesting.
You one of us or not?
No elves for you. No elves. Send your formal applications today to be a production assistant for the McBeard Show. I'm playing him right now. Oh yeah, right. That's right. I am. That's how behind I am. It's Abomination. Sorry, it's Abomination. We have Isengrim Outlaw and Blue Dream, which is pretty tight. Because Isengrim Outlaw can actually play our reinforcements. But we actually don't want that. Can play our winch though, because we don't have Triss. We need battering ram. Got a decoy. We need battering ram, right? To actually do some more damage here.
Peace is priceless.
All right. And then we're going to hit him with the winch, and it's going to be gorgeous. We're going to get +6 at the moment. Oh, he's killing all my machines. No fun allowed. Deekster's going to be weird because our deck's actually like really thin right now.
The only good human is a dead human.
I mean, it's likely to pull. I'm likely to pull Triss if I thin more and more and more, actually. So. $50 points. I'm not even worried about Taller here. It's a friend match. I know this is pretty nasty. I'm running over. He's got to show it all.
Let's get to
Show it all. Killing all my machines.
Is nigh.
I pass on every
This
tenth.
crewman deny though is the real deal. I think Deekster's going to be kind of bricked.
I'm
going to pull taller with nothing to actually draw.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
Just +6, 12-point gold, LOL. Knew what was up from the very start.
Kisparin.
How is this meme? This is bully? Hey, if Henselt's good, come on. If Henselt's good, then we just figured it out.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
I am still gonna play. Ooh, nice. I am still gonna play. This has 2 dead cards.
All ears.
Just great.
Wait, do I even have? The Thunder's actually worth more. Well, it's not worth more, is it? Because there's no targets over 6 here, so the winch is worth more.
I see you've thought about this.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I
If only this card wasn't dead.
Jewels.
Oh, how lovely it burns.
Got through everything though.
Maid Bilberry's honor.
Yeah, the list actually seemed pretty cool. Winch didn't look great, but the deck looked good. Discard DJ. No, DJ actually saved me against Shearer's Scorch. That didn't save me. I don't know if I would have lost that game. It's only on fight night. It's about the journey because I'm not playing to win. I'm playing to have a good time. Although I don't like losing. I don't like losing by misplaying. That's no fun for anybody, especially not me. Maybe it's fun for you.
The North shall tuck tail and beg for mercy.
My opponents have been Nilfgaard frequently.
Men of
as well.
Kedwen!
I don't think
Attack!
anybody played monsters against me today. In all 12 games that we played today. I like it.
For Maid Bilberry's honor.
For Maid Bilbs. For Maid Bilbs. Necromancy OP. Oh, man. Necromancy. You just gotta look at a card and look at how many numbers it gives you. Be like, is it enough? Do I pass here? Nah, I want control over the round length, I think.
I mean, they've not forgotten me. That's nice.
No issues with shadowing? Friday, what's shadowing? Yeah. That's a great alert, Wes. Thanks again. A fine alert indeed. Ooh. We get it. Okay, so to play this, we probably just need to play Stennis or Triss or but if Stennis pulls Reaver Scout, we lose, right? We lose the game. Triss is an extra winch though. If we wanted to beat them with, if you want to beat them with winch. Dijkstra means we can play Blue Dream Dijkstra.
I'll do what I can.
Not great that I had to play it like that, but I did. Some dishonest viewers here who look at the opponent's hand. All these reveal players. Stream sniping. It's really ghosting. When you stream sniping is when you queue into somebody on purpose. Stream snipe or ghosting is when you actually watch the stream. Blue Dream on Stefan Skellen, huh? That might be interesting. Given how thin this gets, I could potentially Blue Dream Skellen and get the buff on something that I know Dijkstra is going to pull. But the long round, you need to play this long round, I think.
Blood alone can my maid's honor unbesmirch.
Pretty low to snipe on fight night. That's why I think no one does it. I don't see any fun in that, unless you really want to hear what I say while I'm playing you. I mean, I can play Skellen on something that I'm going to be able to Henselt out, but it's not a sure thing that I can Henselt out.
I'm impressed.
For me, Bilberry's honor.
This is how we did it last time. We played Henselt into the siege tower. It's just hard. It's hard to kill it.
Astro remembers.
Let us see.
You want peace? Fight for it.
Okay. 3 machines on the board. Still not really sure what we're playing against. We don't know anything.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
We know it's reveal. Now. Now at least we have the Reaver Scout from the marching orders for the battering ram. But we can also play double crewman first. A little double crewman action. Especially if he gives me something at 5 to kill, and then I could smash this, and then I can start ballisting these things down. Maybe. Putting Henselt near Ronvid. Why did I shoot for 2 crew? Because then I line up the 12s on the board. And also, the Siegemasters are going to give me pretty versatile crew options anyway, so they don't need to be together.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
To work!
Well, I'm really worried about this. I'm really worried about this Reaver here. So, anyway, the ballistas are super good right now, and they're even better next turn. Just need that ballista to stay there. Don't kill it. Don't kill the ballista. Just don't do it.
Round 3. Fight!
A highly curious case.
All right.
I told you so, you idiot.
Oh, these points, these points. I actually think Stennis is dead or the Reconnaissance is dead. One of these is dead.
You mistake stars reflected in a pond for the night sky.
For the night.
Devil Shice!
I pass on every 10th round.
The points, the sheer pointage, my friends.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Oh, oh, oh! Nasty. Yeah, this deck might actually thin too much. It's true. This is my favorite part, though. The fact that I'm playing Skellen, and then I'm going to see one of these. The buff doesn't really matter, I guess. I would love to get Natalis out of here, though. But I think... I mean, I'm going to get Natalis. Natalis is going to come out of the deck, right? 100%, because Stennis is going to pull one thing, and then Recon's going to pull another thing, and then Natalis comes out with Winch. That's bad. Because we need him to play the Winch. So we actually need to Dijkstra first. I still think it's better to do this, because Dijkstra pulls it off the top, right? Play the top two cards. All right, we're good, we're good.
It must triumph.
We are good. So that means Stennis, I can play Stennis now then.
You stand before royal majesty.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Man, when both times we played this deck, it's like not even close. This fight here is nasty. Oh, well, I mean, that's now at the top of the deck. So there's that.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
A lot of machines on board as well for the ultimate winch that we're going to see here. Second card is not winch. That is helpful. It doesn't matter if the second card is... oh, you're right. It does. That does actually matter. Now Dijkstra is safe here, I think.
Obedience or the lash!
Don't kill a machine. Show me the magic, dudes.
See me
Watch
smiling.
this.
I'm dead serious.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Boom. Well, I only hit 5 things, but it was still 15 extra points. 15 points, hey, for a bronze. It's hard to achieve that though. I don't know if this is good. What I do know is that we smashed this matchup.
Scheiß! Devil Scheiß!
Pretty smashed matchup here though. Whoa. Man, oh man.
Yield and save me some time.
55 points over in the long round after the short round 2. Henselt. Now, here's the thing about Henselt. The thing about that deck and everything that we just did, it doesn't even matter that Winch was in it. Most of those points did not even have anything to do with the Winch meme. Triss wasn't played for Winch. Natalis got Winch. Yeah, that's great for 15 points, which is pretty good. Pretty good. But the Winch finish, like I was up by 55 points. It's not like I needed those points from Winch. So, Henselt being bad or good, well, I wonder. I think Ballistas are still the kings. Love Ballistas. I am not that much of a bully.